Man, it's like every time I turn around and look at some video, um, oh, look at my shirt, right? That is nice. That's facts right there. Facts. But guarantee you, the non-educated people are gonna say, "Oh, that's nonsense and that don't make no sense." But you know what? You do you. But listen up. What I'm trying to say is this: you ever notice how they stopped talking about um uh what the hell that word? I just remembered it like 2 seconds ago. It's conglomerates. Yes, conglomerates and massive corporations and the solidifications. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. The absorptions of smaller companies. All right, how they stopped talking about that about I'm gonna say a good 10 years now. Stop talking about it, and now we're seeing the effects of those conglomerates and oh my goodness, what's the word I'm looking for? And those the massive corporations, the absorptions of smaller companies. Now we're starting to see the effects of it. This is why some countries do not allow major corporations, conglomerates, absorptions of smaller companies. This is why some countries, not all, but some, are actually actively keep fighting against that stuff. Because what's happening in the United States as of April 2024, 25, not 4, April 2025, that's the that's literally what they're fighting against. I just watched this video not even 5 minutes ago, and they're talking about how there's states that won't have grocery stores because of the fact that they let these massive corporations come in and wipe out all the little stores. Yeah. And you keep voting for these people. They're pretty much called Republicans. And I guarantee you, some nut job is going to come in here and go, I'm right in the comment section. Oh, you're a Chinese something or some Russians, whatever nonsense. Can't realize that you are the reason why it's happening. You keep voting for people that talk about tax breaks. Again, my shirt don't belong in, and if you don't understand the shirt, let me explain to you. Tax and break do not belong in the same sentence, much less the same. Sorry, don't belong in the same universe, not much less the same sentence. But you do you. Now, I lost my train of thought. Let me get back on the road here. My brain's going somewhere else already. So y'all really need to realize, oh, why did economists stop talking about conglomerates and the absorption of smaller companies? Because they all got bought out. And I need to make a video about this. Short-term gain, long-term loss. At some point, America switched to that. America switched from long-term gain to short-term gain. And I don't know when that happened, but at some point it started happening. And they bought out all the economists, shut them down, and now you don't hear anything about absorption of smaller companies. Oh, you know, one of the biggest ones that made it bad? Shark Tank. That was literally one of the things they use to push what's happening now in the United States. Big corporations bought up smaller ideas and smaller companies, and now these massive corporations are going bankrupt. Hence why states now are shutting down grocery stores like nobody's business, because they're going bankrupt. And it's not because of the tax, it's not because of tariffs either. Y'all can keep thinking the tariffs is the reason why. No, that's just a part of the huge picture. Just a small piece. of the huge picture. It's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. I know y'all have to hear that one before. The straw that broke the camel's back. That's what tariffs is to this country right now, the United States, and it's happening in other little countries. But other countries are starting to implement things to combat this because they've seen what's happening to the United States. Now they're going to come up with ways to combat what's happening here. Some countries not going to want to care. They're going to do their thing like it's nobody's business, and they're going to end up at the same spot the United States is in eventually. Never fails because people are just ignorant and they just want to remain ignorant. And again, ignorance is a choice. Stupidity is a choice. I just want to come in here and talk a little bit about, what's going on with these conglomerates sucking up and merging and how bad that is getting. And now people are going to be up shit creek without a paddle and wondering why. Well, y'all let these people, y'all keep voting for people who keep talking about tax cuts, tax breaks, tax incentives. Let's bail out corporations instead of breaking up these damn corporations in the first place. Let them go belly up like Ford and all these companies that get bailouts. Every company, corporation that get a bailout, they shouldn't have got one in the first place. Because if they were running their companies correctly, they would have never needed a bailout in the first place. But again, y'all don't have to listen to me. You can always do you. Be ignorant if you want to. Peace.